Monster Hunter Wilds has their first limited time events in the game now, and these are super cool. The one we're talking about today is called Stalking Supper, and this is where we're going to get a lot of meal ingredients and items such as Kunafa cheese, which is very good because of the buffs you get when cooking with it. So this is a very simple quest where we need to hunt a Quamatrice, and to actually get access to this quest, you need to be high rank 9 or higher, which means you actually have to have the campaign finished, and you need to have entered high rank, which is towards the endgame stuff. Once you're actually at high rank 9, you can just come and talk to Alma at any point. This is where you'll have access to your quest. You'll then have access to event quests, and you can see the two that are currently in the game right now. And you have a very limited amount of time for this quest. So this quest actually started on the 4th of March, and it will now end on the 11th of March. So you have a week to actually farm the items you want. As you see here, if we click on the right trigger, we have a list of the Quamatrice parts that normally drop, including that magical wyvern gem, and you can see there that we can get some Kunafa cheese, sharp Kunafa cheese, wild herbs, wild seed oil, jeweled mullet roe, advanced armor spheres, and of course decorations for your armor and weapons as well. Now here's some tips for you while you're actually fighting the Quamatrice. The Quamatrice will apply Fire Blight to you, so make sure that you continuously roll to get rid of this. You can actually just roll in water once to get rid of it completely, so if you're near a body of water and you've been hit by Fire Blight, just roll in the water and you'll get rid of that as soon as possible. Of course, you can use an item like a Nullberry as well to get rid of that status effect, so you'll be cleansed and just ready for the fight again. Other items that are very useful is actually flash pods, because the Quamatrice is weak to flashes, and you can also use shock and pitfall traps just to help you out and give you those big damage windows to deal a lot of damage to the Quamatrice, which is just easier. Don't forget that you can also use environmental traps as well, because these are fantastic. These are like the flash flies, and also in the Windward Plains you have like the vines in the trees, and also massive rocks that you can drop on the Quamatrice as well if you lead him into the correct areas. Now, if you are still struggling with the Quamatrice as well, what you can do is use certain weapons. Now, the Quamatrice in general will take more damage from severing damage. This is weapons like the Great Sword, Sword and Shield, Dual Blades, Long Sword, Lance, Gun Lance, Switch Axe, the Charge Blade, and Insect Glaives mainly. So if you are using one of those weapons, you will be dealing a lot more damage compared to someone using a blunt damage type and an ammo damage type. Then, if you are going to be taking an element on your weapon, whatever you do, do not take fire. The Quamatrice is actually very resistant to fire damage. However, it is very weak against water, electric, ice, and dragon, so you can take any of the 4. If you do want to get the most optimization out of this, because I know some of you out there like that, then take water in this instance. If you're looking for effective status effects, then poison and paralysis are your best ones, but sleep, blast, and stun and exhaust all work perfectly fine as well. There really isn't that much of a difference, just poison and paralysis work the best. It's one of those optimization things. I know some of you like that, some of you don't. It's okay, use whatever you like. At the end of the day, you know, you're meant to be having fun, and you can play the game as you want. It's not a meta rush, it's just a fun event. Now, another bit of advice I have for you is to make sure you go into your tent with the game and actually arm your palico with the correct weapons as well. We already know the Quamatrice is weakest to water, and electric and ice and dragon aren't exactly the worst, but in this case what you're going to do is come over to change palico equipment, and you want to make sure the weapon is something good. For example, here I am using the Feline Duna Spear, which does a decent amount of damage, and its attack type is severing, which we already know the Quamatrice is weakest to out of severing, blunt, and ammo types. And this also gives the element of water 20, which is a big help against the Quamatrice. So another tip is to just stack up your palico to get the most out of this fight. Now, I also want to remind you that you do have 50 minutes to actually do this event, and you get free lives with this event as well. So making sure you don't cart 3 times is a great way to succeed, obviously, and also not running out of time, but 50 minutes is actually plenty, so I think you'll be fine on that. Overall though, this event is pretty easy, and I think you guys will be alright, but if you're looking to party up with other players to have an easier time with these events, then feel free to join my public Discord, because we are trying to build up a community of Monster Hunter players that all help each other while playing the game. So please feel free to actually join the Discord there and come and have a chat and meet up with some other players. Also guys, I just want to thank you very much for watching this video, and if it did help you at any point, please click the like button below and subscribe for more Monster Hunter Wilds. I'm having a blast with this game, and I can't wait to make more content for you in the future. Anyway, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Take care. Peace.